I have an interesting question to all our attendees here. So, dear attendees, listen to me carefully. When you all must have heard of the term universe. So common, right? Have you ever heard of metaverse? If yes, good. If not, great, because you're going to learn more about this something extremely riveting word, which is metaverse. So let's welcome Mr. Jigar Halani, who's the Director Enterprise Solutions Architecture and Engineering, NVIDIA, South Asia, who would present the next keynote address and speak about the beginning of engineering metaverse. So over to you, Jigar.
I am a trailblazer. I am creating new worlds to explore, bringing our boldest visions to life, and inspiring generations of creators to come. I am expanding the limits of discovery, evolving our knowledge with every challenge, and bridging the gap between people and machines.
In case you're not
I am helping us come together like never before, adding clarity to every connection, discovering the hidden potential in every molecule, and bringing us together to help save lives wherever we are. I am even the narrator of this story. I am AI.
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 Brought to life by the researchers at NVIDIA and inspired minds everywhere.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the NASDAQ 2021. Once again, I hope these 3 days would have been very fruitful to all of you. In line with the NASSCOM's thought and the theme that has been selected this year, I thought it would be great to talk about the engineers who are working behind these 3D and visual computing world and how they are wanting to collaborate today in the world with the specific conditions that we have all undergone these days, which is this pandemic. I hope you all are safe and healthy, must be done with all your, both your doses and ready to roll the world with, in the motion that we were before, this so-called the pandemic which has got started. So good evening once again. And in today's topic, I will be very quick in terms of the metaverse, the engineering teams are looking for and what NVIDIA is trying to build the story around this with the help of all our collaborators and visual computing companies, which are helping us drive this particular motion. So to begin with, let's understand the 3D world, right? I'm sure in today's world, most of the things is demanding to be on a 3D workflow, be it architects or construction companies, media and entertainment, which has been using this for the longest ever time, product and design companies, of course, before even they manufacture any particular product, they wish to have the design done in the computers, simulate them, and ensure that all tests and analytics are done beforehand. Similarly, the new age technologies, which are now being powered by AI and NVIDIA, of course, is robotics, autonomous platforms, and the simulations that it needs to do. And I'll touch upon those in some of my demos that I have kept across in this particular presentation as well. And of course, the visualization, which has been the traditional world that we all have seen it last couple of decades now. But guess what? All these things are evolving extremely, extremely fast, especially now that we are all work from home and collaborating all across, the complexities are increasing. Being 3D, it has to be a large set of data. Being 3D and collaborative, it has to have a data sensitivity as well, which means security is, the paramount requirement, right? And the collaboration needs across the world. And that brings me to my, collaboration aspect of the story, right? We have so many tools which are emerging and trying to help different industries, right? I talked about engineering aspect of it. To left of my presentation, some of the tools which works now with NVIDIA, and the most pervasive tools which gets used in the 3D world for, or the visualization world that the community is using are being written over there. Similarly, in the media and entertainment as well, right? Teams are distributed. They are all across, and especially they work from home these days, right? And the complexity, as I said, are increasing day by day. And not just that, the customers are becoming more and more demanding as well. For example, they wish to approve the designs on the fly when the meeting and discussions are going on, which means on the fly, I want to do a lot of changes between the teams, between the tools, and ensure that I give a ready to finish product to my customers, which is approved there and then, and thereby I can go quickly to the market and get the production done, right? But that brings challenges, as at how it has to be, right? Maintaining this productivity across these tools and platforms is a paramount challenge. Reason being, each ISV has its own format, own data types, own tools, which are proprietary to them, right? Also, the teams are sitting all across the regions. And also, each of these team members are expert in their own tools, which means if my team doesn't understand the tools across, making that collaboration and productivity go to the highest level becomes the paramount challenge for us, right? What also matters the most is enabling the and maximizing the deadlines which are coming up from the customers. As I took the examples, customers today wants to have on-the-fly approvals. Customers today wants to have quick results, products with analytics, marketing, gimmicks applied on top of it, and then check what the results are coming across, right? And last but not least, as I said, the security. Tools all across needs to talk to each other. It should be cloud enabled, of course. With this team sitting all across the globe, how do you make them to have accessible is only doable if they are cloud accessible. If not, between the companies, you should have a great tools and connectivity which are absolutely a secure zone, right? These all things establish one thing, that we need a tool which could help us with solving these particular problems, to help us add more and more complexities and more tools to our pipelines that our visual computing engineers are looking for. It's a 41 million engineers community, right? When they collaborate, they use different tools, which means you need a universal platform which could understand all these tools and their format. It should be a HTML of the 3D visual computing team, whereby it becomes a standard de facto. And that's where NVIDIA Omniverse comes into the play, which allows you to not just have all these tools become compatible, accessible, viewable, editable, export and import across, not just that, but also a common platform whereby you are all able to collaborate on a single tool, integrating all your other ISV tools that you have it, right? And some of the things that I have mentioned it below in my presentation, if you see it, are the patches or the core technology things that we use today in building these ecosystem that we are trying to build across, right? Starting from USD, which is from Pixar, a universal, a file format that everybody is looking for, and they build their, applications on top, or the AI part of it, which is what is more becoming pervasive these days, using these techniques in your tools and technologies, which is a paramount requirement for most of the industry vendors. And I'll take a lot of examples when I go through this particular presentation as well. For animators who look for different core technologies like audio to face, That means putting a different type of audios to a different type of faces, and creating creatives out of it, essentially, right? And of course, the physics behind all these things, which needs to work in cohesive manner, right? Let's take a simplistic example in this particular video that I'm running through. Assume that I have 4 developers who are doing the design of this great, office workspace, I call it as, or a good AC, layout that needs to get built up, right? And each of my experts are of different type and different, expertise that they come with. Somebody is good with physics and lighting. Somebody is good with textures and physics that needs to go behind it. Somebody is good with colors and textures and other things. Somebody is good at civil, and all these guys have a different tool. Guess what? If I say that all of them are working under one particular so-called HTML, which is a single platform that that NVIDIA has developed it using all these ISVs connected to it. For a user, it seems like he or she is using the same tool or the ISV product that they have been using it so far. But for the collaborators, it's a single window where they are able to visualize everybody's work, are able to see the impact of it. For example, when I'm changing the lighting conditions, if it is day or night, or am I changing the text or the colors or putting more trees around it, how it is going to impact the overall outlook. All these things needs a collaborative approach and a single platform whereby this can be done by all the visual computing engineers, right? And that's where NVIDIA has developed Omniverse, right? And I'll describe the Omniverse in 2 parts, which means the ISV requirements and the user application requirements, right? So let's first understand the ISV requirements, which means the application vendors, the tools vendor who come up with their different tools for different industries to make them use their tools to build these products across, right? We have 5 different things which comes on Omniverse platform when it comes to the ISV building capabilities. And I'll talk about the overall stack as well. We have Nucleus, Connect, Kit, simulation, and rendering, right? Of course, the last 2 seems to be pretty easy and simple as how it pronounces. Rendering is for renderers, for 3D renderers, right? And the technologies and tools that they use it. Simulations, which is the paramount requirement, and the flavor of AI part of that, especially when you have to design the digital twins with the help of AI, is when you need to do these simulations for even robotics. And I'll take an example of that as well, right? We have connects for different type of tools and their standards to make that as import-export connects in our platform. And thereby, you are able to see a single unified view, right? We have Kit and Nucleus for other things in terms of what ISV look for in terms of building their stacks as well. When it comes to developers, the core application builders, the end users, right? They demand a very different things because they build on top of these ISV applications that are being required, right? And that goes as a final product, which is what makes the product go live in their manufacturing plants, right? And for that, we have come up with 6 different pillars, which helps these engineers build their stories on top. Taking few examples, we have Omniverse, Micnima, right? Which helps you create the story out of the frames that your games, that you have created in past. Similarly, we have Omniverse Create. This is where all the engineers can collaborate together, which are using different format of their applications and build their application together. We have Audio to Face. I talked about this, right? This is largely used by animators. We have Omniverse View, which allows you to have different file format views for all the users to come together and see all their work that has been progressing. How does this entire stack look like? Let's visualize that. As how it happens in NVIDIA, we are not just the hardware company, but also plenty of software which goes behind these hardware. So you take any of our RTX platform, which is what these visual computing engineers love them. we have a huge amount of software stack which goes on top. And there are many of them. I've just mentioned some of them, which are largely used in graphics, compute, and AI. And as I mentioned, we have two top stacks which goes on top, which is one is for ISV partners, and the other one is for the users who actually develops the application towards the end, right? And there are many more which are getting added, and there are many more which I have not listed over here due to the space constraint. But just to give you an example, in AI, Jarvis, which is now renamed as Riva, and my bad, I have not changed it over here. Riva is a platform for your conversational AI and NLP. It's an overall tool where you can have a ASR, a TTS, and a NLP go together as a platform, and thereby you can finally do a inferencing for your a platform that you're looking for, right? Similarly, in graphics, the ray tracing capabilities which we have come up with, not just in our hardware, which we call it as RT cores, but also the software stack that NVIDIA has brought in for last many more years and decades of R&D, which we have brought together. All these capabilities are pre-built in this particular configuration. How do we have these configurations available to end users? We have two methods. The individual user method, which means one or two at max users can collaborate between different tools absolutely free. We also have an enterprise a license available, which is where multiple users and engineers can come together, multiple tools can come together and collaborate together. This is how an NVIDIA Omniverse platform looks like, right? Taking a simplistic example, what I was talking about, and probably the most latest thing which is happening in the market today is the robotics and the digital twin that everybody wants to adopt today. Let me take a simple example. If today I have to train my robo, making that robo is the most complex thing. More importantly, once I make the robo, to do the task of that robo and doing the QA is probably the most difficult task among all, right? Because that's where I face the highest amount of challenges. And redoing the same thing again and again in terms of manufacturing is just not viable. And doing all these before this, what if I'm able to give a robo a completely simulation environment whereby robo is completely able to learn it on how the real life world is going to look like? Followed by is where I start to do prototypes and then do a QA, will significantly reduce my design time, implementation time, manufacturing time, and I'll be always time to market for my product that I'm looking for. Let's take a simple example. If I have to make this simple hand robo to learn how to open and close a door and just visualize what's there inside before even it picks it up, this is how I will train my robo. I will simulate thousands of robos, create multiple conditions around it in terms of size, shape, color, texture, different things inside that drawer, different conditions around it, where it could stand, and multiple other things. Think of it if I had to do this in the physical world. Quite impossible, right? Or extremely, extremely time consuming. I would love to do this in a simulated environment first, right? And guess what? This is just one hand. If I have to put this hand into a manufacturing plant and make it work with multiple other such robotics devices or autonomous platforms, or even with humans, how am I going to simulate them, right? That's where you will have visualization, simulation capabilities, and 3D, a world that would be needed. And they are extremely complex, right? Once I have these things done, think of the use cases that you will have in your hand, right? Talking about media entertainment, which is what the theme of the day is of this conference, I thought of taking the examples first. I could have concept to design to visualization all put together on this one tool. I could have all my VFX and animation engineers during my entire pipeline cycle, which typically has 12 to 16 different type of engineering people, all of them collaborating together under a single tool makes production engineers or production pipeline people's life the most simplistic, right? I could now be real time. I could now be talking to my client on the fly, make those changes with my different engineers who are of different capabilities, of different tools, and getting the approvals and reviews done together, right? And of course, I could create virtual production environments as well with different size and shape and place and designs which has been unheard and unthought before this, right? Similarly, if it is a engineering or a construction place, these are the kind of use case that I would love to get implemented on the tool that NVIDIA has developed it, right? I could always have my initial concept designs, which I'm putting it for my bids to my customers, done on this particular tool, and discuss with my customers on the fly with all my engineers of different capabilities on a single platform, right? I could have my speed of design and reviews without fail now with this tool. Instead, relying on every engineer to be online when my customer is talking, go back, do those design change, again collaborate, again redesign, and come up with the final design which I want to submit to my customer, right? These are some of the use cases that I can think of it when these two industries comes to my mind. And I'm sure there are many more industries that we can revolutionize with this particular tool. I'll take the last example before I end my presentation, which is the BMW. They are the one who have, those who have 2.5 million plus cars getting manufactured in tens of their factories. And when they do digital twin in all their factories and wish to simulate all their factories in one go under a single roof in a single screen, how does their management look these things using Omniverse is what I have as a small demo. Let's go through it.
Welcome to BMW Production, Jensen. I'm pleased to show you why BMW sets the standards for innovation and flexibility. Our collaboration with NVIDIA Omniverse and NVIDIA AI leads into a new era of digitalization of automobile production.
Fantastic to be with you, Milan. I'm excited to do this virtual factory visit with you.
We are inside the digital twin of BMW's assembly system, powered by Omniverse. For the first time, we are able to have our entire factory in simulation. Global teams can collaborate using different software packages like Revit, CATIA, or point clouds to design and plan the factory in real-time 3D. The capability to operate in a perfect simulation revolutionizes BMW's planning processes.
Are those gaskets still in the right place for you?
Yeah. BMW regularly reconfigures its factories to accommodate new vehicle launches. Here we see two planning experts located in different parts of the world, testing a new line design in Omniverse. One of them wormholes into an assembly simulation with a motion capture suit, records task movements, while the other expert adjusts the line design in real time. They work together to optimize the line as well as worker ergonomics and safety.
Can you tell how far I have to bend down there?
So we'll get you a taller one, but there's...
Yeah, it's perfect.
We would like to be able to do this at scale in simulation.
That's exactly why NVIDIA has Digital Human for simulation. Digital humans are trained with data from real associates. You could then use digital humans in simulation to test new workflows for worker ergonomics and efficiency. Now your factories employ 57,000 people that share workspace with many robots designed to make their jobs easier. Let's talk about them.
You're right, Jensen. Robots are crucial for a modern production system. With NVIDIA Isaac Robotics platform, BMW is deploying a fleet of intelligent robots for logistics to improve the material flow in our production. This agility is necessary since we produce 2.5 million vehicles per year. 99% of them are custom.
Synthetic data generation and domain randomization available in Isaac are key to bootstrapping machine learning. Isaac Sim generates millions of synthetic images and vary the environment to teach the robots. Domain randomization can generate an infinite permutation of photorealistic objects, textures, orientations, and lighting conditions. It is ideal for generating ground truth, whether for detection, segmentation, or depth perception. Let me show you an example of how we can combine it all to operate your factory. With NVIDIA's Fleet Command, your associates can securely orchestrate robots and other devices in the factory from mission control. They can monitor in real time complex manufacturing cells, update software over the air, launch robot missions, and teleoperate. When a robot needs a helping hand, an alert can be sent to mission control, and one of your associates can take control to help the robot. We're in the digital twin of one of your factories, but you have 30 others spread across 15 countries. The scale of BMW production is impressive, Milan.
Indeed, Jensen, the scale and complexity of our production network requires BMW to constantly innovate. I am happy about the tight collaboration between our two companies. NVIDIA Omniverse and NVIDIA AI give us the chance to simulate all 31 factories in our production network. These new innovations will reduce the planning times, improve flexibility and precision, and at the end, produce 30% more efficient planning processes.
Milan, I could not be more proud of the innovations that our collaboration is bringing to the factories of the future. I appreciate you hosting me for a virtual visit of the digital twin of your BMW production. It is a work of art.
I hope you enjoy that particular digital twin that BMW is embarking as a journey. In case if you have likes of these many number of tools, lot of 3D visual computing engineers, wish to make them collaborated, let's come on this platform of Omniverse. We are hosting a user meet this GTC, in November, second week. Do join us in India time zone for this Omniverse user community meet as well. I'll be pasting that particular user meet registration details on this chat box. Open for questions and discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Jigar, and thanks so much for taking us through the universe of metaverse. Thanks once again for your time and of course the insights.